hopefully you should get a question box now to just accept that recording. So my name is Meta. I'm team leader here in Christchurch and North Canterbury. So I've got three lovely ladies with me tonight who's going to cook for you and showcase how we can use a Thermomix, and also we're going to get a little bit of a sneak peek on the sparkly black Thermomix. So two of the girls have the sparkly black machine in their kitchen, so we're going to get to see a little bit of a close-up on those beautiful limited edition Thermomixes. So a little bit of housekeeping. We are going to try and keep yourself on mute. We love to see your beautiful faces, so if you're happy to have your camera on, that's always lovely. And if you have any questions, please pop that in the chat box at the bottom. I will keep an eye on the chat box and forward any information to the girls. And also I'll pop up the recipes that we are cooking today so that you get a chance to see what recipes we're using. So first up, I'm going to share a presentation so that we can have a bit of a closer look. And I actually know both of you on here. So Amy, you're welcome to the team. These are your future colleagues. And Bronwyn, nice for you to hop on and see some more beautiful things that we are making. So I'm going to share my screen. Here we go. So hopefully you'll be able to see this in a minute.
Excuse me, Meta, sorry.
Yeah.
I've just got someone struggling to get in.
Yeah.
Do you have any troubleshooting advice for them that I can pass on?
Have they registered?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they have, but I'll double check.
Yeah, because they just need to register and then they get an email with a link to join in. You can try and invite them straight from the Zoom, but it won't really let them if they haven't registered. You can't kind of slide straight into the room. Right, let's give this a go again. Lawanda, I'm actually going to make you co-host so that you can see, because once I have the presentation up, I will struggle to let anyone in. But yeah, just stop me if there is anyone that I need to let in as well.
Okay.
Cool. So here is can you guys see my screen now?
Yeah, we can.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Right, so here it is, the Black Beauty that we have on sale at the moment. I want to show you a video, which is a video that we normally show at our cooking experiences. It's of Grace and Bianca, the mother-daughter team that owns Thermomix Australia and New Zealand. So I'm just going to play this to get a little bit of background information. And if you can't hear it, can someone just give me a shout? I'm starting this now. Can you guys hear it?
Meet Grace, mum, grandmother, friend, neighbour and home cook. In 2000, she added another string to her bow. She became Australia's first Thermomix consultant. Consultants live to share their love of Thermomix. Every consultant has a story, and this is Grace's. On a family trip to Poland, she saw the possibilities of the Thermomix firsthand.
Straight away, I saw how Thermomix could inspire people to create delicious food while spending less time in the kitchen and more time on the things that matter. Our mission is to make a difference in people's lives by helping them to easily create healthy, delicious meals every day and enjoy it. And now, with the smart connected TM6, it's all at the touch of a button.
The manufacturer Vorwerk, Wolf's Global, is a family business at heart. Just like our family business here in New Zealand and Australia.
Growing up, Thermomix was a big part of our family. As a teenager, it got me in the kitchen creating new things and ignited my passion for food. Now as a dietitian and a mum, I get to pass on my knowledge of health and nutrition and my passion for cooking with my children and the whole Thermomix community.
Today, more than 2,000 consultants share cooking experiences with people around New Zealand and Australia. More than 13 million Thermomixes have been sold across 40 different countries, including almost 500,000 here in New Zealand and Australia. And many top chefs are cooking with Thermomix too. Since 1971, Vorwerk has been producing Thermomix in Germany and France, helping people around the world to create a lifetime of amazing meals. German precision engineering, paired with cutting-edge technology, combines 20 different functions into the one compact Thermomix appliance. Thermomix was first to introduce guided cooking, an innovative way to create meals by simply following the on-screen step-by-step instructions.
We've developed over 15 cookbooks and more than 2,100 triple-tested recipes on Cookie-Doo, our digital recipe library. Your Cookie-Doo subscription also provides you access to over 42,000 recipes from countries all around the world. What I love about my TM6 is that I can search for any of these recipes on Cookie-Doo directly on the screen of my Thermomix.
Today, your consultant will show you how Thermomix can help you to easily create delicious food smarter and faster. If you are curious about becoming Thermomix consultant, the next step is as simple as having a chat with your consultant today.
Now it's time for your consultant to show you what you can create with your smart connected Thermomix. Thank you for coming to today's cooking experience and sharing in our love for Thermomix. We hope you enjoy.
Right. So that's a little bit of an introduction of Grace and Bianca. Our team that's cooking for you tonight, we've got Andrea, Lawanda, Kylie, and me. So you'll meet them up and close shortly. So first up, a Thermomix is an amazing appliance that replaces about 20 different appliances. So these are some of the 20 functions that you replace with a Thermomix. We're not going to use all of these modes today. But if there is anyone in particular that you would like to see a little bit more up close, then a cooking experience or coming to one of our cooking classes is a great way to come and see all of them or many of them. And so I know that there's some of you who are on here as an owner, and coming on these cooking experiences as well is a really good way to just keep upping your knowledge about a Thermomix. And we will talk a little bit more in detail about the machine as we start cooking. But I think it's better to just start on, and then we can go through a little bit more of the details further on. The one thing I want to talk a little bit about before we start cooking is Cookie-Doo. So Cookie-Doo is our recipe platform. It is like Netflix for recipes, and we have now the count is over 90,000 recipes on this platform that we can use as guided cooking in our machine. So the girls are going to cook with guided cooking today. So just using some of these recipes to cook amazing meals. And where anyone can sign up to a 30-day free trial of Cookie-Doo. And then if you buy a Thermomix, you then get 6 months for free. And after that, it's $69 a year for Cookie-Doo. And I just want to show a little video that showcases some of the functions in Cookie-Doo. The Thermomix on its own is an amazing appliance, but I really think it's the marrying it up with Cookie-Doo and that really takes it to a whole nother level where you can get all your shopping and your meal planning done, you know, in 5 or 10 minutes, and that will save you so much time and money. So here we go. So hopefully we can hear the sound. It's okay. Fabulous. So
Excuse me, Meta. Sorry.
Yeah.
When she tried to register, because she actually hadn't registered before we started,
Yeah.
it said that you're already in a meeting and that she couldn't get in. Is there something that I can do to let her in?
Has she registered for the right meeting? Because we're in that meeting, so she should be just let straight into the meeting.
Oh, she said that it said when she tried to register that she that you were already in the meeting and that she couldn't get in.
I don't actually know what to do about that.
Okay.
Can you try and use the invite link? I'll send it in the chat. I shouldn't actually be. You should be able to, register anytime throughout. Hang on, I'll just flick it through to you on Messenger. Hang on, sorry guys. And see, but yeah, what I think it will say when you send that link to her, that she can't just pop straight into the meeting when it's a meeting that requires registration. So yeah, I'll see if I can come up with any other good ideas, but I'm not sure actually why it's doing
Sorry
that.
about that.
Okay, so what we can do is to send her the recording afterwards. We could possibly do that. All right, so if you decide to get a Thermomix, it's $26.99 for a Thermomix, and you'll get everything that you need to cook with. To use your machines. Everything that's on the picture here you will get. There's a few different payment options. So obviously the best way to get it is to earn it, which is what a lot of us have done, to jump on board. I was only going to stay to earn my free Thermomix and leave 3.5 years ago, but loved it and I've stayed. I'll go into a little bit more details with the payment plans at the end of this as well. And if you have any questions about that, I am more than happy to answer them at the end. Right, so let's, without further ado, let's pop over to Kylie's kitchen and we are going to start. Well, what are you cooking, Kylie? You need to pop off mute.
And making the charcoal bao buns.
That's fun.
Yeah, so that's fun.
That is super fun.
So right. I've actually I've done a mix already, which is looking amazing.
That is looking amazing.
It is looking amazing. So we're going to show you how I roll them and we'll cook them. The mix is awesome. It only takes literally like chuck everything in. I do put it on so the water heats up a little bit to activate the yeast, just to get it like moving a little bit further along, and then just a knead for 2 minutes, and then that's the mix ready. And then proof for an hour, and you're good to go.
Amazing. All right, so show us what it looks like, because now this is the first time we're going to get eyes on the guided cooking. So we are going to, we can see, that's perfect. We can see your screen pretty well there with your beautiful black machine.
Thank you. And
yeah.
Cool. So are we going to make the dough as well? Would you like to see the dough made?
Yeah.
Cool.
So just make a batch of the dough and then we'll use the.
Awesome. Cool. So as I said, we have got my yeast here. So I've got 2 teaspoons of instant yeast. And 2 tablespoons of white sugar. I don't usually use white sugar, but I'm just using it for this recipe.
Yeah. And why would we use sugar in a bread recipe?
It activates the yeast and makes it work faster.
Yeah.
So 100% you can lessen the sugar, which I will a little bit. Perfect. So we're going to just skip forward to see how much water we need here. So it's 170 grams of water. I'm just going to pop that in. It's awesome that the scales are in the bottom, that you can just weigh everything straight into here. Oh.
Amazing. So then, and yeah, we can't see it at this from here, but actually the number of the of the scales are going up consistently, like when you are adding in that. So the scales are just weighing it for us, which
Correct. Which is
so
awesome.
cool.
Yeah. So now I'm just going to put it on for 2 minutes at 37 degrees. So that's just going to be the perfect water temperature to activate the yeast and get it working faster. So we will just pop that on. So I'm just on the manual screen here, which is cool. So you can flit in and out and do things. Obviously the recipe, you can follow the recipe, but it just means, you know, you might have to prove it a little bit longer, or the water just needs to be that perfect temperature as the warm water. But yeah, I'm just showing you now that you can actually just jump in and do things manually as well.
Yeah, super
So,
cool.
yeah.
I love
So
that. Yeah. So so Kylie, what made you jump into the Thermomix business?
What made me? I was very skeptical for quite some time. I'm a chef by trade of 25 years, and I thought I was already quite awesome, and I didn't need a Thermomix.
Which you are. You're a very good chef. But you did need a
yeah, and actually I didn't actually understand fully what the Thermomix was all about, but when I did see it and set in action, and I realized, wow, it's pretty incredible machine, and how much it's changed my life, and me jumping on board is actually me realizing that I can change other people's lives as well. So I love that. So that's my inspiration.
Yes, it's so cool. And it is amazing because it's, you know, it comes because we've got someone which I'm going to talk to later, one of the girls who's on the other end of the scale in the kitchen, which we'll talk a little bit more. You know who you are. We're going to talk a bit later. So I do love that actually the Thermomix, you know, I love, you know, that it's changed your life and your family's life, even though, you know, we used to have a catering business and you're the most amazing chef that I know and cook amazing food. But, you know, that it still is helpful and inspirational for you, I find really awesome.
I love that it's just all in one vessel, like and I love that the scales are on the bottom and there's so many different modes, and having that Cookadoo platform as well is just so cool that you can be inspired so much to cook different things. Like I would never have made bao buns before, like, and you know, like obviously you need to steam them and stuff, but just the thought like of making bao buns, it just wouldn't have been on my radar. So now that it's, you know, it's so easy to whip them up, and the ones that you buy from the store are just you know, they're laden with heaps of nasty ingredients, you know, like to preserve them. So I just love that everything that's going in here is just raw ingredients.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So now we've got the little green, you can see the little green book up the top. And so we can actually just go back to our recipe. I'm just going to go back to everything that we need now. So we've done the white sugar. We need 300 grams of baker's flour.
And what is baker's flour called in the supermarket in New Zealand?
High-grade flour.
High grade, exactly.
Okay.
I think, yeah, it must be called baker's flour in Australia.
Yeah, it must be.
But yeah, it's just standard high grade flour, and we use that because it's got a higher protein content, so it makes for a nicer dough. Amazing.
Perfect. And then 1 teaspoon of activated charcoal. So
Cool.
that's really cool. I know, it's awesome. Perfect. 2 teaspoons of baking powder. So we've already got the warm water. Teaspoon of salt, which is just over here. Two tablespoons of olive oil.
Perfect.
Wonderful. And then it's going to mix for 5 seconds. Speed 6.
Amazing. So now that's just, yeah, mixing it all up before we're going into the dough mode.
And then it's just asking everything that I've got there, the lid and everything on, and then it's going to knead for 2 minutes.
Perfect. So you are a little bit of the bread queen in the team. So what other breads do you make? Do you have any other breads?
There's a really nice Portuguese bread that I make quite a lot. Well, actually, I make about 3 loaves a week.
I actually reckon you started a new virtual trend in the Thermomix community. I reckon you were the original person
Oh, yeah.
who started the trend.
I found this recipe and I thought, wow, this is awesome.
Yeah.
It's actually got the texture like a sourdough, but it doesn't have, I'm a bit useless at remembering to feed the sourdough. So, and the whole process, if I want to whip a bread up, I'll just do it in the day and I don't want to pay for it. So, the Portuguese bread's awesome for that. There's amazing 5-seed bread that's on cookaroo, and which is like a Bogles. I make that and lots of pizza dough. Obviously these, heaps.
Yeah, it is so good, and I reckon you can actually save pretty much the price of a Thermomix just in bread in a couple of years. If you know, because bread is so cheap to make, but actually quite overpriced at the supermarket.
Definitely. The bread that I make is $1.20 to make, and you know, it is amazing. It would be about $9 to buy that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Really
100%. Yeah, it is so cool, and it's also so lots of ingredients in bread.
Yeah,
exactly. At the supermarket, additives and stuff like that as well.
Yeah, we're nearly there.
Yeah, fabulous. And so 2 minutes of kneading in a Thermomix. How much of kneading is that if you would do it by hand?
10 minutes by hand, which is amazing. Yeah,
it is amazing. I actually think the dough mode is one of the things that really has blown me away the most with the Thermomix, just how simple it is to make something that is quite a lot of work without a Thermomix.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
And just the tidiness of it. I'm really good at cooking, but really shit at cleaning, so it's helped me.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So obviously we are done now. So that's done its kneading. So this is the difference of the two doughs.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Just so much has been, and it's been rising for an hour.
Yeah. So that's been rising, just over an hour now. Sorry, is it too noisy, or you guys are up? You can't hear that too much?
No, we're fine.
No, good. Perfect. So I'm just gonna bring you over here. We're just gonna pop this out. If we just give the just a bit of a wiggle, the blade at the bottom. Just moves a little bit left there, but we're all good. Perfect. So this is beautiful and pliable. Asking for the recipes, asking for you to do it into 18, but we quite often have them a little bit bigger, so they're more like kind of meal size rather than kind of snack size, if you know what I mean. It's totally up to you. But I will just going to do a few, aren't we?
Yeah, just show us one, and then you can keep working away in the background, and we can.
Perfect. So what's that? So that's 8. Oh, I might even just make a bigger one. 8, 4. So the mixture can be a little bit sticky. Just roll it into a wee ball. Here. And then we'll roll it out. My rolling consistency. If you find it easy, you can always just flatten it down with your hands. It's really sticky.
Always the way when you're on video.
I know.
Always something that goes wrong when people are watching.
Yeah.
So you're just rolling that pretty thin.
Yeah. So pretty much going to be kind of like that size.
Yeah.
Yeah. It does say. It does tell us what size to do them. And then we're going to brush them with water.
Yeah.
Sorry, with oil.
Yeah.
And then fold them over so they don't stick to each other.
Mm.
And then, yeah, and then we're going to put our water into our, I've got another jug somewhere here. And then we're going to use the kettle mode, and we're going to boil the water, and then we're going to steam the buns on the Veroni.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so we'll leave you to do that. And can you just interrupt us or send me a wee little hands up when it's kind of ready to go in the steamer? And meanwhile,
yep,
we will pop over to Lawanda, who will cook something beautiful for us. What are you going to make for us today, Lawanda?
We're gonna make the black bean brownie.
Yum.
I was like, because I've had cravings, because I'm pregnant, I've been craving like really sweet stuff, and I thought this is going to be interesting, and then so I made it last night, and it's actually really yum.
Amazing. That's so cool.
My partner thinks so too.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Okay, so black bean brownies, what because I know we're skipping the first step, so in the recipe, what does it tell us to do originally?
So we've got like dried, what do you call it, beans, broad beans?
Black beans.
Black beans. And so then you're like soaking them overnight, and then heating them up as well in some more water, like yeah and rinsing them and stuff.
Yeah, so but we're gonna do a shortcut, which I always do when I make these.
Yeah, so I just got a tin of black beans.
Yeah, exactly, which is so
and drained
easy.
and rinsed.
Yeah, because when you've got cravings, you need to get stuff done quickly.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, show us what we're doing. So we are jumping straight into this black bean brownie recipe. I actually need to pop it in the chat. I've forgotten to do that. Yeah, talk us through it, my friend.
Okay, so we've skipped ahead. I don't know if you guys can. It's pretty impossible to really see, isn't it? Okay. Anyway, we've skipped ahead. So I love that it really dumbs everything down. It's really great for me. I'm pretty sure you were talking about me before.
I knew you would recognize who you were. Yeah, because I love that your story when you joined Thermomix, because you were saying, actually, I just want to actually help cooking, because your partner does most of your guys' cooking.
Yeah, he was way more motivated about food than I was, and now it's much easier. I would just like, I don't know. I had this issue about trying to work out what to cook, but now with Cookado, it just makes it so easy, and you can see the pictures, and that really helps me decide.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, but anyway, so this is saying preheat the oven, so I've turned the oven on already to 160, and grease and line a square baking tray, and I've done that. It even tells you the size. So then we're just going into putting the dark chocolate on there. So I've got that already mixed up. So I actually bought milk chocolate and dark chocolate. So if that was last night didn't turn out very nice, I was going to make it with milk chocolate today to just be a bit sweeter, but it's actually really good. So we're going with dark chocolate again.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So that's gonna chuck the lid on with the measuring cup for 10 seconds. I'll mute this for a second.
It actually mutes itself when you're doing something noisy. Zoom kind of is clever enough to just cut out. Because chocolate, when we have a stainless steel bowl and we're having something super hard like dark chocolate, then you can really hear the power of a Thermomix.
Yeah. That was something I just learned, that it mutes itself. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay. And now it's got 2 minutes on speed 2. It's 60 degrees, so it's going to start the heating function and mix it. So it's just melting the chocolate, basically.
Yeah. And for those who enjoy cooking and baking, this is actually quite a cool feature, because tempering chocolate is, a bit of a tricky thing. you can't just melt it in a pot normally because it's really hard, really easy to burn. So often we do that in a water bath, and it's just all a bit complicated. But Lawanda, tell us a little bit more about what you have experienced since you got your Thermomix, because you actually had, it's today is the last day of your 60 days as a consultant, and you've just earned your Thermomix today, which is super exciting. So what have you experienced as a Thermomix owner over the last couple of months?
I think well, I've definitely like been taking my share in the kitchen. I've even been like baking stuff. Like I just not really motivated by food, so I just eat when I have to eat typically. So and I think like my partner really loves the cookadoo function where you like menu plan and then you chuck everything across to the shopping list, and he like puts his earbuds in and goes to Pack and Save and goes around ticking off each item in the shopping list as he's going around. Like it's just his time out and getting that done, and he's been really good at that. And but I think just feeling a bit more capable. I've felt way more confident in cooking, like, and so much so that I want to invite people around, like for food, like to come around for dinner or organize group get-togethers, because I feel like I can actually make something. It's not going to stress me out. Yeah.
100%. It is so cool. And I do find for some of my customers who aren't either don't enjoy cooking or aren't very good at it or not very confident, that actually it is, you don't realize how much it might actually affect some people. They don't want to invite people around because you don't want to cook, and it's just a bit complicated. So yeah, super cool that, you know, it's had this positive ripple effect all around your life.
Oh, Haria. I didn't realize I felt like that until I was excited to cook with people, like have people around.
Yeah, amazing. All right, so now can you show us the chocolate? Can you just hold up the bowl so we can see? Amazing. That's all melted.
Yeah, and it smells great too.
I would do.
So now it's saying add the black beans.
Yeah. And at this stage, you do not tell your children what you're putting in the brownie.
And the coconut oil. And 3 eggs. I was curious about that when I put them in last night. I was like, are these going to start cooking? You know, like, because it's, but it was fine.
Yeah.
And the cacao powder. I literally just had enough for tonight. Like it went 29, 30 grams.
Oh, perfect.
Vanilla extract, 2 teaspoons.
Fantastic.
And coconut sugar.
That's also good. That kind of is classified as not non-refined sugar, which is nice for those of us trying to be a little bit healthier.
Ah, yep. And then it's going to go for 4 minutes. Looks like 40 degrees. So we're starting with the speed at 4 and then gradually increasing to 9, which I don't think I paid attention to last night.
Yeah. Yeah. Look and see. That's fabulous. All right, while you do that, we're going to pop back to Kylie. Can you, do you want to show us your bao buns? Amazing. You're on mute, darling. Third time lucky.
I've just got them layered. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've got.
Oh, amazing.
Bottom layer. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
perfect.
obviously you can do the whole. I was going to do 16 over the 2 layers, but yeah, we'll just cook 6 at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we're gonna pop it on so our water's hot.
Fabulous.
like Lawanda. And then it's going to cook for 6 minutes.
Oh, that's quick. That's awesome. Hey, Kylie, there's a question in the chat for you, but really it's kind of for me. But where did you buy your activated charcoal from?
Yes. Where did you get that?
But I actually gave it to Kylie because I had it in the cupboard from last time when we had charcoal bao buns on the menu. So I've actually bought that at Nourish and Thrive in town in Bush Inn. She's got some beautiful things. Pauline, who runs that shop. There's some really nice things. If you haven't been to Nourish and Thrive in Bush Inn, definitely go and give it a visit. And Bronny, for you, it's a little bit out on the other side of, you know, town, but yeah, well worth a visit. Sweet. Yeah, fabulous. And that was quite, how much dough? Do you have a little bit left, or what are you going to do with that dough now? Because you're not going to eat that much
I'm
tonight.
actually going to put that in the fridge, and I'm going to put the other stuff in the fridge that I made today, and then make this for the boys' dinner tomorrow night.
Perfect.
So I'll bring it out and then bring it out to room temperature, let it like rise a little bit, and then I'll do the whole process of rolling again, and then should be good to go.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's absolutely awesome. Cool. Lawanda, where did you go? She's gone walkabout. Right. What else have we not touched on, Kylie?
What have we not touched on? Oh, just the takeaway thing, I think.
Yes.
As I said, being able to whip these up. So we call them fakeaways, but you know, if you go to a restaurant and have like bao buns with fillings, you know, they can be easily like $20 plus. So to actually have them with, you know, you can use leftover meat and just have some lovely sauce. You could either make like the kukuru. It's got a really lovely teriyaki sauce that you can make for leftover meat, and just mix that together, and just with the slaw and a bit of kewpie, and then you're good to go.
100%.
And yeah, those ingredients are cheap. You don't necessarily need to put the activated charcoal in there. So you know, if you don't have that, you could just make plain ones as well. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. And that is such a cool cool thing with the machine. And I think too, thinking about, you know, if you're buying takeaway for 3 or 4 people, even like if you're buying Indian, like how much do you pay for Indian? I was talking to a customer of mine, and she's like, oh my god, I didn't realize how much money we spend on Indian. You know, like it'll be $50 or $60 for them to buy Indian food for their family. And then we can make it so easily and better and healthier.
Exactly. Yeah.
Which is super cool.
Always the one.
Yeah, 100%. All right, Lawanda, we'll back to you now, because now you're finished, I can see.
Perfect timing.
Yeah, very good.
Oh yeah, this looks awesome.
I love that you're so excited.
Oh,
yeah, perfect. So that looks proper chocolate batter.
Oh, and it smells amazing too. So it's just like telling me to scrape it down. Add the baking butter. I think the thing I like about it is I got, like at the start, I got a bit caught up in needing exactly the right ingredients, and then like learning from you guys that that's not the case. And just like either Googling something like the equivalent or whatever, it like got me like not feeling less restricted, I think.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. What was that?
Then we're just adding walnuts.
Walnuts, cool.
Yeah, 50 grams of walnuts. And then the lid with the measuring cup, and 15 seconds. on speed 4.
Perfect. And with walnut, you could easily swap it. I don't eat walnuts because I'm allergic to nuts. So I just normally do almonds, which is a seed, or you could easily do, you know, something else as well, like sunflower seeds or whatever nuts or cashews, whatever you have that you might want to put in. So yeah, like Lawanda said, you can easily swap ingredients around. You don't have to follow the recipes to a T.
Sweet. So it's tucking it in the tin.
Yeah, in a tin. And then how long is it going to bake in the oven for?
25 minutes, because it says that.
Yeah,
Luckily.
perfect. That's so good. But I love that we have now like something you prepared earlier. You want to do that?
Do you want to see that?
The TV chef move when you can just go. Love that.
Can you see that?
Yes, look at that.
With
Fabulous.
Yeah, and it tastes amazing.
Yes, and so nice with those sweet treats that actually, you know, you can eat with not really feeling bad about it.
Yeah, it actually makes a difference, especially when you're growing a little human and you're like really
Yes.
wanting something nice and you don't want to be a bad parent to
Yeah,
be.
way better than that fudge you were into before.
Yeah, because that fudge is amazing, by the way. If anyone's
Yeah, it
thinking
is.
about making it, it's so easy too.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
Yeah, it's so smooth.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Lawanda. That's fabulous. And Kylie, you're good
Thank
to
you.
go with your bao buns. I love how quick and easy that was. That didn't take long at all. Oh, wow. They look amazing. You're on mute, honey.
They're amazing.
They're amazing. Oh, they look so cool. All right,
Yeah.
while you make up some chefy scenarios there with those, we'll
Yeah,
pop
I will.
over to Kaikoura and we'll have some real fruit ice cream in Kaikoura tonight. Isn't that fabulous? Hello,
Hey,
Andrea. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. I'm going to spotlight you too. Yeah, so what are you making for us?
I am making Fruity Dream. And I'm often asked, what's Fruity Dream? And you really can't describe it. Like, Fruity Dream is just Fruity Dream.
Yeah.
But it's kind of, it's similar to like an ice cream or a sorbet, a little bit in between. It's great for if you are trying to avoid the dairy products because it doesn't have any in it. So yeah, we're going to start cooking.
Amazing.
So I've got 80 grams of raw sugar here. Now, it will weigh it as I go in. Now, if you know you've got, berries that, for example, berries that are quite sweet, then you can reduce or completely leave out the sugar. You don't actually have to put the sugar in, which is really good. And then I'm just going to pop the lid on, and I won't be able to hear you because Zoom, you won't be able to hear this because Zoom cuts it out, but I also won't be able to hear you. But I'm going around to speed 9 for 10 seconds.
And this fabulous function, this is one of my other favorite functions where we're now milling. So we're milling that sugar. And when you would buy that at the supermarket, you would buy that as icing sugar. But Andrea's just made it all by herself.
See the dust, but it has just gone into icing sugar.
Amazing.
Next up, I'm going to pop the butterfly whisk in, which comes with your machine, and it just sits on top of the blade. And we're going to add in 1 egg white. And then we take the measuring cup out of the lid, and it's going to heat this for a minute at 65 degrees, speed 4. So it's whisking all that together. And I'll show you what that looks like afterwards, because it is quite cool to see the transition between raw ingredients to the cooked ingredients.
Yes, 100%. And it is just so cool. Like when we're heating up now egg white and sugar, what will we get, I wonder? which is this is going to be the base for our ice cream, which is absolutely amazing. What's your favorite thing with your Thermomix, Andrea? What happened when you got your Thermomix a few years ago?
Yeah, so I came in on the Earn program because there was no way I could afford buying a machine outright. And the husband said, absolutely not, it's not happening. And I said, well, I'll just earn one instead. The biggest thing for me, like I'd actually never seen one in person, I'd only seen it online. And the biggest thing for me was seeing how quickly you can use fresh ingredients, like from your garden. At the time, I didn't have a garden, but it's a different story. Or, you know, from the supermarket and have a meal on your bench really quickly, you know, within 30, 40 minutes. I was working full time, still am, and I have 2 young kids. So time and getting health and nutritious meals into them was what was important to me. I'm not sure if you really can see that.
Yeah, we can. So now we've got a beautiful meringue base.
Meringue, yeah.
Good.
So I'm just going to scrape down the sides with the spatula. Just make sure all the sugar's down the bottom. And we're just going to do that again for another minute. Yeah, so that was really important to me. And yeah, quickly and saving me money has been a big one as well. So
yeah, what do you think what would have happened to your grocery expenditure over the last few years?
It would have skyrocketed. I mean, of course, it's, you know, there's a lot of things that have gone up in price, but the great thing about the Thermomix is I can make most of it. You know, your brown sugars, your mayonnaise, caster sugar, and that type of thing. So a lot of pantry staples in itself saves you a lot of money, let alone, you know, when you start talking about takeaways and things like that as well.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. Yeah, no, it is. So, and it's just, I think also the power of Cookidoo when you can actually put in ingredients that you either have or that are on special, or, you know, that you just might have something that's on the way out and you can just pop those ingredients into your Cookidoo and then it will spit out a recipe that uses them. I think it's such an amazing function.
A great thing I find is just substituting ingredients. Like, you know, if you've got something, don't go to the supermarket if you've got something else you could use. So this is very much the same as before. It's just cooked it a wee bit more. And now we are going to take the butterfly whisk out. Scrape that off a wee bit. Try and keep most of it in there. And then we are going to pop in the berries, which I've just got on my thermoserver. Now I put these in here, like 5 minutes into everybody logging on tonight, and they're still frozen. So thermoserver you can get as a host reward, and it can keep food cold for up to an hour or hot for up to 2 hours. So I've got some boysenberries and some blueberries in here. But you really can use any fruit. So as long as it's frozen, you can use anything, pineapple or mango, strawberry.
I actually did with one of my customers. We did black boy peaches.
Oh, yeah.
It is peaches,
Yeah.
Yeah. Like skin and all. Like it was so cool. It was delicious. But they're quite tart, so you need the sugar. But I thought that was so cool. Like actually, you know, even with skin, it just powered through that and it came out super smooth and beautiful.
Yeah, amazing. So you can't see the screen on camera, but on some recipes there's actually videos built in, so it tells you what to do if you get a bit stuck. So this video here is explaining that the spatula that comes with your machine is safe to put through the lid of your Thermomix, and we're just going to mix the berries as you would need to freeze the peaches first, otherwise it would be just a different recipe with ice. So yeah, we're going to turn it on and use blend mode. So that's built into the machine, and you can use blend mode manually if you're wanting to make things like smoothies. So that's just going to do that for 1 minute.
Yeah, and this is such a cool function, I think, as well. And on the only reason Andrea is using that spatula to get the fruit back into the blades is because it's frozen. So we can almost hear now, like sometimes the blades start to go empty because the fruit is stuck around the side. So that's why it's really nice to just keep pushing that fruit back into the blades. But it's got a beautiful little video showing exactly what we need to do to kind of mash up that beautiful fruit. And I think, I don't know, do we have any ice cream lovers on here tonight? Because ice cream is one of those things that, you know, that a lot of us buy at the supermarket. And I come from a health coach background, so for me, health and nutrition is really important. And I always find with ice cream, there's just so many additives in it if you buy it at the supermarket. So, oh my goodness, look at that. So this is an ice cream option that obviously has 3 ingredients only, which is fabulous. That looks amazing, Andrea.
Excuse me,
That's
Meta.
what that looks like so far. And I'm just going to reinsert the butterfly whisk. So the butterfly whisk isn't just used for ice cream. Sorry, Mita, I'm not sure what you actually just talked about then because it was a bit loud.
I was just talking about the health aspect of ice cream versus.
Oh yes, yeah. So yeah, just popping the butterfly whisk back in, and that is going to go for another minute.
Fabulous. And I can ask the question. I can answer the question in the chat with anything that you use for Fruity Dream needs to be frozen. So those black boy peaches were you like harvested and then just frozen and like in bits, and then we can use it. There's other recipes we can use if we have fresh fruit, like a sorbet, for example. But yeah, so this Fruity Dream is something my kids eat in summer all the time, because it's only got those 3 ingredients that we've seen Andrea put in. So it's got the sugar, egg white, and the fruit. So it really is an ice cream without any of the additives and preservatives and emulsifiers. And there's just so many chemicals in kind of the standard store-bought ice cream. So this is such a nice way to eat healthier and actually reasonably cost-effective as well. How many people do you reckon this serves, Andrea?
So this one actually, the recipe says it serves 8. However, I was looking, and you can actually adjust this recipe down to 6 or 12. So, oh man, that looks good.
Oh my god, it's amazing. I wish I was in
so good.
It
just every single time.
Always, yeah. It is one of those things that never stops to amaze us.
And then so the bowl is 2 liters of ice cream, and get it at the mix shop, and then pop it in the freezer.
Yeah.
Mita, are you frozen or is that me?
No, I reckon it's you. I think your internet, it's obviously has to go a little bit funny when you're talking, not through the whole Zoom when it was perfect before you started talking. Now you're back. Can you see us or can you hear us?
Sorry.
No, that's all right.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. So
I don't know what you did here.
Yeah, that looks amazing. It is just such a beautiful. I never get tired of that view.
So just within, you go.
No, you go.
Thanks, Mita.
Yeah.
I was going to say, it's just so good, like, for the kids after school. So, so
100%.
quick, easy, and cheap.
Yeah. And actually, if I have leftover Fruity Dream, I pop it in the freezer, and then sometimes we use it. It's great use as a smoothie base as well, which is cool. Thanks, Jules. That's amazing. And Kylie, do you have any bao buns for us to have a wee look at? And oh my goodness, they look so cute. Absolutely amazing. You're on mute. You've never been this bad before.
Usually I start talking and it just goes off.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyways,
they look great.
Thank you. Yeah, I actually saw someone the other day post one, and it was Asian sloppy joes, like bao buns. So I had some leftover mince in the fridge, so I kind of like mixed it. So I've got some teriyaki, some kewpie, and some slaw there with some of that coriander and chili chutney as well.
Yes,
Yeah,
yum.
delicious. Yeah, so that'd be perfect.
That is absolutely amazing. Okay, so I'm just going to finish off for the last couple of minutes, just talking a little bit more about if you want to get a Thermomix, if you don't already have one. I know a couple of you who are on are already owners, and Amy, I know you just took the plunge today, so it's exciting times for you. Okay, so if you decide to get a Thermomix, there is a few different payment options. So for a lot of us, we jump on and earn our Thermomix because nothing beats free stuff. So that's a really good way. So then if this is something you're interested in, we've got a business information session on a Thursday and a Sunday night that you can hop on. We also have a few different payment plans. There's two especially that I normally talk about, which is EC3, where you pay a down payment of $1,049, and then after 30 days you pay another $850, and then after another 60 days you pay another $850. Feel like maybe I got the numbers wrong there. Yeah, so that's the EC3. So you just split that payment in 3 different payments. And we also have SIP interest free, which is a fabulous way of paying a weekly payment over 24 months. And that is $27 a week. So that really, you know, I can guarantee that if you let your consultant help you, you can save more than those $27 every week, which is fabulous. And then obviously you can pay it as a one-off payment as well of $26.99. Yeah, and at the moment, until the 10th, we've got a black sparkly limited edition Thermomix to choose from, or the white one, and with either one, you'll get a glider board and a $140 mix shop voucher that you can use to buy whatever you want in our mix shop. So that's such a cool offer. It's on until the 10th of September, so a little bit more time here. And when you purchase a Thermomix, you will get your consultant with the purchase, and they will help you unpack and set up your Thermomix and make sure that you get the most out of it. And then we've got cooking classes like this or in person to help make sure that you get the most out of that machine. So yeah, thank you so much for hopping on tonight. We've loved showing you a bit what the Thermomix can do. And thanks to the girls who are cooking. You did a fabulous job. So I'm just going to get Lawanda up as well. So yeah, this is it from us tonight. Yeah, any questions, feel free to hop off mute and ask them. Otherwise, yeah, go on, have a lovely rest of your evening. Fabulous. Thanks, girls. That is awesome. Good, and quite good timing. I actually...
This combination of blackberries and strawberries is so good.
Yum. Yeah, it looked beautiful. Fabulous. Do you want to do a taste test for us again, Lawanda? Do you need another excuse to have another wee bit? I actually have to hop off because I've got another meeting now at 8:30 with 2 new consultants. Actually, Amy, who was just on, as an onboarding call. So I'm on to, you know, onwards and upwards, and then I'm going to try and deal with any problems, and hopefully we'll get 3 more sales through today. Maybe.
Sorry, I was so bad on mute.
Yeah, that's so funny. Like 3 or 4 times starting talking, but I still do it. Like it's just so easy to forget to just unmute.
What am I on that I just start talking and it just goes off mute? What platform is it?
No. Or if it's on this end, that's someone, because I can unmute, but I think you still need to, okay, you know, like you kind of still need to say that you're all good with it.